I wanted to talk to you guys about my favorite therapy that we have offer in here, by far my favorite and the most powerful therapy. And that treatment is called PEMF therapy, and that is short for pulse electromagnetic field therapy. So how does it work? If your body is healthy, your cells are supposed to hold some electrical charges, just like how batteries hold charges. And again, if you're healthy, that charge should be anywhere from -25 to -25, -50 milliwatts, okay? So you have to understand our human body is not just a physical being, we're also spiritual being, we're also chemical beings, but we're also electrical beings, right? Our body conducts electricity. This you've all felt this before when you touch a car door or you touch something, you feel that spark going through your body. That is because each of our cells is made to conduct electricity. Again, if you're healthy, you should be -25 to -50 milliwatts of power. Each cells should work as a capacity. But what happens when we get older is that charges drop down, just like batteries wear out with the time with the use, right? And a good example of how this works is that, cancer cells, which are considered the sickest cells in the body, actually hold zero electricity, okay? And there are actually 3-4 different ways to recharge your body's cells without having to use the PEMF therapy. And one way to do it is called grounding. And I don't know if you guys heard of that or not, but grounding is when you walk barefoot on the grass or on the earth magnetic floor without any barrier such as your rubber shoes in between them. And you will have to ground a minimum 40, 50, 60 minutes for you to see the effect of this grounding or recharging effect of the body. You can also expose yourself to ocean wave or ocean water. Typically they're negatively charged, and being exposed to those natural environment is also one way to charge your body and bring the normal charges of the cells back to what it should be. You can also drink unfiltered natural spring water, which I don't recommend that you do because of diseases and illness, but that's also another way to recharge our cells' bodies' normal electricity. Basically all the things that us as modern human beings don't do enough anymore, or don't do much anymore, because really, who has time to sit barefoot on the grass for an hour a day, right? So there's one way to really supercharge the normal cells or the charges of the body, and that is using a device called the PEMF therapy. And I know even with my explanation, this may sound a little bit voodoo-hoodoo to you, but this is very well documented and researched, and I encourage you to go to the PubMed's website and type in PEMF therapy, and you're going to see hundreds of research articles that demonstrates the efficacy and beneficial effect of PEMF therapy on a wide different variety of conditions such as osteoporosis, chronic pain, and to my surprise, a lot of researches that supports PEMF therapies done after tissue injection or stem cell therapy helps proliferate the stem cell in the problem area. There are actually PEMF devices that you can buy for home use, and what those home unit PEMF devices are, it simply creates a field of electricity, and you will be bringing your body into that field of the electricity that it creates. But what high-powered machine like the one we have in our clinic does, it's not just bringing the patient into the field of electricity, it is actually pumping and injecting and charging your cells to, very much like jump starting the battery. So it's a very high-powered unit. We've had it for a period of time now. It is by far one of the most therapeutic and the powerful passive therapy that we can recommend here, and it has significantly improved our patients' outcome on many different conditions such as knee pain, joint pain, arthritis, acute and chronic conditions had very good results with it. So because of its ability to recharge these cells, we often get phone calls or contacts from patients who may be going through chemo and radiation therapy that want to use the PEMF therapy as a cancer support program, and it makes them feel better, tends to energize them and give them more energy. But basically where you're seeing here the entire mat of the chair and the floor, and we can also target the areas of the problem using accessories that looks like this pedal here or a ring. Depending on the patient's condition, we can use a different accessory. And of course, if you have a big areas of problem, you can just literally sit here and let the machine do the therapy. I do want to bring out, there are actually contraindications for PEMF therapy, and that is any patients that may have any type of pulse generating devices, such as pacemaker or hearing aid, cochlear implants, or some of our chronic back patients come in with a spinal stimulator that may help them with their pain. Those are automatic disqualifier for PEMF therapy because PEMF therapy will ruin those devices. So when you're doing the treatment, we ask the patient to take off any digital watches or any cell phone. You should not have that with you because it can really damage those irreversible damages to those devices.